Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Shlok Kulkarni and today we are going to start with a new chapter, Departure from Oxford General Navigation. We are going to solve all the questions from this chapter one by one. I hope you have done Convergency chapter. I have uploaded the videos of Convergency chapter, solved numericals. So do look at that video, solve those questions also. I have put the link of that video in the description box below. So let's start with question number 1 for today. A flight is to be made along a parallel of latitude from A at 48 north, 4° west to B at 48° north, 2° 27 minutes east. What is the distance? So parallel of latitude is the first hint. That means parallel of latitude is a rhumb line. Okay, all latitudes are rhumb line distances. So in this case, they are asking us to find a rhumb line distance. So let's plot this. There are two longitudes. A is at 4° west and B is at 2° 27 minutes east. So A and B. So B is at 2° 27 minutes east. A is at 4° west. 4° west. Okay. So those are 2 points. Now both these locations are at same latitude of 48° north. Okay, that means they are at same latitude 4° north. So both are in front of each other. Now it is going from A to B. It is going from location A to location B. So A is in the western hemisphere, B is in the eastern hemisphere. So if I am starting from west to east, that means I am flying a direction of easterly. I am flying what direction? An easterly direction. Okay, so let's solve this sum. Rhumb line distance equals to d long in minutes into cos of latitude. So what is d long? D long is the difference between two longitudes. So d long equals to, in minutes is equal to, now when locations are in different hemispheres, we add them. So 4° plus 2° 27 minutes, that is equal to 6° 27 minutes. Now we want to convert this degree into corresponding minutes. So you have to use your calci. 6° 27 minutes multiplied by 60 will give you the whole answer in minutes. So that is 387 minutes. Substitute this in here. So 387 into cos of latitude 48. When you solve this in calculator, you get the answer to be 259 nautical miles. 259 nautical miles. So rhumb line distance is 259 approximately nautical mile. So this is how you do question number 1. Very simple direct formula based question. Formula based question. D long in minutes is 387 minutes and substitute the values. Let's go to question number 2. Aircraft flies for 1000 nautical mile along a rhumb line easterly direction from point C to point D. What is the longitude of D? So let's use rhumb line distance is equal to D long in minutes into cos of latitude. Let's substitute the values. What is the rhumb line distance? 1000 nautical mile. Now we know the longitude of one place. We do not know the longitude of the other place. So D long in minutes will remain like that only. What is the latitude? 36° north. And this latitude is going to be the same for both locations because it is a rhumb line. Same easterly westerly direction. So cos of 36. Okay. When there is a rhumb line, so that means if you are flying along a rhumb line, that means you are flying along a latitude, same latitude. So cross multiply d log in minutes is equal to 1000 divided by cos 36, which is equal to 1236 minutes. 1236 minutes. Or if you want this answer in degrees, divide this by 60. Answer will be 20 degree 36 minutes. Okay, 1236 minutes or 20 degree 36 minutes. Now let's plot the diagram. Whenever you are doing longitude based sums, for longitudes I have always told you to draw a diagram like this. This is your north hemisphere. You are looking at the earth from the top. This is your 0 degree. This is your 180 degree east and west. This is 90 east. This is 90 west. Okay. Next, plot the diagram. Plot the location. C is at 174 degree 45 minutes east. 174 degree 45 minutes east. So, and the total D long is how much? D long is 20 degree 36 minutes east. So now this part between 180 degree and 174 degree, this D long is how much? This much D long is D long between 180 and 174 45 is, let's check, 180 degree minus 174 degree 45 minutes. That is how much? 5 degree 15 minutes. Okay. Now here you are given, you are flying 90 degree heading. So that is easterly heading. Now all easterly headings are anti-clockwise in direction. All easterly headings are anti-clockwise in direction. That means when you begin from point C, you are going to fly anti-clockwise, okay, and you are going to enter western hemisphere. Now there is a total D long that we have. It is of 20 degree 36 minutes. A total D long is equal to 20 degree 36 minutes. Out of that 20 degree 36 minutes, we will cover 5 degree 15 minutes in traveling from point C to 180 degree meridian. 5 degree 15 minutes in traveling from point C to anti 180 degree anti meridian. Right? Next point. So what is remaining? The remaining D long will be equal to 20 degree 36 minutes minus 5 degree 15 minutes. That will be equal to 20 degree 36 minutes minus 5 degree 15 minutes, which is equal to 15 degree 21 minutes. So after covering a 5 degree 51 minutes, we have to cover additional 15 degree 21 minutes from here. From here we have to cover additional D long of 15 degree 21 minutes. That will give you what new longitude? That will give you a new longitude of 180 degree anti-meridian minus this D long 15 degree 21 minutes, which is equal to 164 degree 39 minutes. So longitude delta is equal to 164 degree 39 minutes west. Okay. So this is your new answer. So longitude D is equal to 164 degree 39 minutes in the western hemisphere. So first we calculated Ramline distance. From that we got Ramline distance was given with Ramline formula. We calculated D long in minutes. You will get converted that into degree and minutes. To do that, divide by 60 and then plot this diagram for longitudes. Always looking your Earth from the North Pole. Location C is in the eastern hemisphere 174. That means less than 180, more than 90. When you're flying easterly direction, easterly directions are always anti-clockwise. Okay, from the North Pole. When you look at the Earth from the North Pole, so that means you know for sure your location delta will be to the left hand side of Charlie. That is C. Here, anywhere that side. So 180 and Charlie longitude is 5 degree 15 minutes. We have a total longitude difference of 20 degree 36 minutes, right? So out of that total, I have already covered a distance of 5 degree 15 minutes. Remaining distance is 15 degree 21 minutes. That will be covered on the other side of the hemisphere. So 180 minus that difference will give you new longitude of 164 degree 39 minutes west. Let's do question 3. The following Ramline track and distances are flown starting from point E, that is Echo, which is at latitude 50 degree north. So let's draw this over here only. E to F. Your E to F is going from Echo to Foxtrot. You are flying at a heading of 000 degree, 300 nautical miles. So E is here. Let's say this is your northerly direction. Okay, this is your northerly direction. E to F at a heading of northerly. So F is above E. Just a second. That is a distance of 300 nautical mile. 300 nautical mile. Next, F to G, going from Foxtrot to Golf in the easterly direction. That means in a direction of right hand side. In a direction of right hand side. For 300 nautical miles Golf. Then again from Golf, you're coming to Hotel H, following a southerly direction of 180 degree for another 300 nautical miles. What is the Ramline bearing? That is direction and distance of H from E. So you have to find the direction of H from E and the total distance between them. So let's tackle one E to F first, then F to G, and so on and so forth. So E is here, F is here. E is at what latitude? It is at latitude 50 degree north, correct? 50 degree north. And going from Echo to Foxtrot, you have covered a distance of 300 nautical miles. Okay, so when you travel along a meridian. Okay, so when you travel along a meridian, This is your latitude 50° north. Okay, you are located at 50° north, and this is another latitude. So when your aeroplane travels from 50° north latitude to a latitude which is above it, so that track will be when you travel along a meridian between two different latitudes, that is a great circle track. So over here the great circle distance for this leg is your great circle. So great circle distance is d lat into 60 formula. Now great circle distance is given 300. I don't know the difference between two latitudes because I only know one latitude, into 60. So d lat equals to 300 by 60, which is equal to 5°. That means from 50° north, when I go above, the difference in latitude is 5°. So that means the new latitude of Foxtrot will be, the latitude of Foxtrot will be 55° north. 55° north. Now when I reach Foxtrot, I turn my aeroplane right hand side and then I fly an easterly heading. I fly an easterly heading for another 300 nautical miles. For another 300 nautical miles. So my latitude is going to remain the same. So my latitude, which is 55° north, is going to remain the same. But what will change is that when I turn right and follow a 90° heading, easterly heading, okay, I will be flying a rumline track. I will be flying a rumline track. And when you fly a rumline track, you will fly along a particular latitude, but between two different meridians. But between two different meridians. For a great circle, you fly between two latitudes along a meridian. Two latitudes. Rumline, two different longitudes along a latitude. So now over here the latitude is going to remain the same because you are flying easterly. What will change is your longitude. So let's write rumline distance equals to, for the part number 2, rumline distance equals to d long into cos of latitude. D long into cos of latitude. So 300 so d long will be 300 divided by cos 55. So that means d long in minutes, your answer will be 523 minutes, or when you divide it by 60, your answer will be 8° 43 minutes. Okay, but the case here is we don't know the longitude of this position, so we will not be able to find the new longitude. But let's keep this part till here. Now let's go to part number 3. In which they say that from G to H you will fly southerly direction and you will fly for another 300 nautical miles. Okay, so you are going to fly southerly direction for another 300 nautical miles. And then when you fly southerly direction from 55° north and you come down, you will come down to a new latitude. So again this will be a great circle. So let's write down great circle distance is equal to part number 3, d lat in degrees into 60. So 300 equals to difference between latitude into 60. So difference between latitude will be equal to 300 divided by 60, which is 5 degree. Okay. So new latitude will be, latitude of H will be 55 degree north. When you come down, your latitudes decrease, minus 5 degree. So latitude of H will be equal to 50 degree north. So H is again somewhere over here. This is the point of your H. Next, so what is the rumline bearing and distance of H? What is the rumline bearing and distance of H? Now, as you can see over here, the H latitude is also located at 50 degree north. Echo is also located at 50 degree north. So when both points or locations are at same latitude, they will be on the rum line. Okay, they will be on the rum line. So both E and H at same latitude, therefore H is to the east of echo. As you can see, point H, location H is to the east of echo. Therefore, echo, location echo is to the west of location hotel. West of location hotel. Okay. So what is the question number 1 asking what is the rumline bearing? The rumline bearing of H from E. So of H from E, it is at 90 degree. It is at 90 degree. So east. Okay, east. So answer to part 1 is drumline bearing is 0, 9 or 0. Now let's calculate the distance between echo and hotel. What is that distance? So that part I am going to write over here. So drumline distance between echo and hotel is equal to d long in minutes into cos of latitude. Therefore, drumline distance is equal to, now d long in minutes. Now here you can see the d long between Foxtrot and Foxtrot and Golf. Between Foxtrot and Golf, this is the d long, the difference between two longitudes. That d long will be the same for the d long for echo and hotel. Okay, so d long of these 2 points is equal to d long of E and H, because both points on the top and both points at the bottom are trapped by two same meridians, two same longitudes. So d long will remain the same. So what is that d long? Is the same as this. Okay, so d long is the same. So 8 degree 43 minutes into cos of latitude. What is the latitude? 50 degree north. So cos 50, which is equal to, therefore drumline distance equal to, convert 8 degree 43 minutes into corresponding minutes, that is 523 minutes into cos 50. So that is equal to, when you multiply this, In scientific calculator, you get a distance of 336 336 nautical miles. 336 nautical miles. Okay. So answer to the second part of the question is Ramline distance is 336 nautical miles. So Ramline bearing is 90, distance is 336 nautical miles. So a quick recap, whenever this kind of question is asked, first draw a rough diagram of this statement. So E to F, northerly heading 300 miles, F to G, easterly heading 300 miles, G to H, southerly heading 300 miles. So you get a rough idea. And latitude of echo is given 50° north. So that I have written here. And then when I go northerly heading to Foxtrot at a distance of 300 miles, I will be following a great circle track. So great circle distance formula, find the difference in latitude, and that difference will be added to this latitude 50°, because when we go up, our latitudes increase. Same thing when going from Foxtrot to Gulf, we are flying easterly heading. Okay, so in flying easterly heading, you are flying actually a Ramline track. So that's why I applied Ramline distance. Substitute the values, you will end up with D long in minutes 523. Stop here because we don't know the initial longitude, so we won't also able to find final longitude. Then we came down from golf to hotel, and in coming down we have covered 300 miles. So we found D lat of 5°. That difference will be subtracted because when we come down, our latitudes decrease in value. So we got a new latitude of hotel 50 north, so which is the same as echo. So that means both echo and hotel are at same latitude. And from this, when they are at same latitude, we can get our Ramline bearing from of hotel from echo to be 090. Hotel from echo means echo to hotel. So 090. And then we use again Ramline distance formula to find the distance between them. The only thing is that the D long of from F to H, from F to G here, will be equal to D long of this E to H. And that's why this D long value was substituted here exactly like that. And then we calculated the sum. It's a big sum, but it's very important. Let's go to question 4. What is the track and distance measured along a parallel of latitude of 80 degrees south from 176 degree 15 minutes west longitude to 179 degree 45 minutes east longitude? Okay, so along a parallel of latitude. So Ramline is a line along a parallel of latitude between two meridians. Between two meridians. Okay, between any two meridians, that is your Ramline. So in short, they are asking us to find the distance and track. Okay, so let's first find distance. So Ramline distance is equal to D long in minutes into cos of latitude. D long is nothing but the difference between two longitudes, 176 west and 179 east. Okay, so the difference between them. Now this difference, now when two locations are in different hemispheres, west and east, you add them. So, but over here, I want to draw this diagram to show you one important point. You can also find the difference adding them or through this method that I am showing you. So 176, 15, and this is 179, 45. So now what is the difference between 180 and 179 degree 45 minutes is? It is 45 minutes. What is the difference between 180 and 176 degree 15 minutes east west? Use your calculator. 180 degree minus 176 degree 15 minutes, that is equal to 3 degree 45 minutes. So the difference between both of these locations, total difference will be 3 degree 45 minutes plus 45 minutes, that is equal to 4 degree 30 minutes. 4 degree 30 minutes into cos of latitude is 80 degree. So now open this uh, bracket. So 4 degree 30 minutes into cos 80 will give you so before that you have to convert 4 degree 30 minutes into corresponding minutes. So multiply it by 60. So you get answer as 276 minutes into cos 80. So 276 into cos 80 will be approximately 48 nautical mile. So the rumline distance between these two locations will be equal to 48 nautical miles. Now you want to find the track or the direction. Okay, you are going from west to east. Okay, you're going from 176 degree west, that means from this location, to 179 degree east, that means this location. So you're going from 176 degree west, you will follow a clockwise direction and then you will go to location E. Now why clockwise direction? You can also go anti-clockwise like this, but that will be a long route. That will be a long distance. You want a shortcut, so follow that direction which will give you the shortest distance. So it is beneficial or profitable to fly clockwise direction from departure to destination. Now all clockwise directions are westerly, are westerly. All clockwise directions are westerly. All anti-clockwise directions, when viewed from the north pole of the earth, are anti-clockwise. So the answer to the next part of the question is that the track will be equal to westerly or 270 degree. 270 degree. So what is the track? It is 270 degree, a track of westerly heading. And what is the distance? It is 48 miles. You calculated d log between 180 and 179.45, d log between 180 and 176.15, and then you added both the d logs to get your final d log, which was this 4 degree 30 minutes. Convert that into corresponding minutes. Convert 4 degree into minutes because Ramline formula is in minutes into cos of 80 latitude 48 miles. Let's go to next question. In which latitude is the difference in longitude of 44 degree 10 minutes? So d long is equal to 44 degree 10 minutes. So convert this into minutes, that will give you 44 degree 10 minutes into 60. So that is equal to 2650 minutes. And Ramline distance is given to you 2295 miles. Okay, so difference in longitude. So when difference in longitude is given, immediately it should come to your mind that they are talking about drumline distance, because only in drumline formula you have d long. In great circle you have d lat. So drumline distance is equal to d long into cos lat. What is the distance? 2295. D long is 2650 minutes into latitude. We have to find that latitude. So cos lat is 2295 divided by 2650. So divide that. 2295 divided by 2650 is 0.86. 0.86. So your latitude will be equal to cos of inverse 0.86. So your latitude will be equal to find cos inverse something, press the shift button on the top left corner, then press the cos button, and now write the value 0.86. So angle is 30 degree 41 minutes. So this is your final answer, 30 degree 41 minutes. It can be north or it can be south. That is not mentioned here. So 30 degree 41 minutes north or south. Now in the options they can give in DGCA 30 degree 41 minutes north, 30 degree 41 minutes south, 30 degree 41 minutes north or south. So it would be more appropriate to mark option Charlie north or south option, because in the question nowhere it's mentioned that this particular question is for north hemisphere or south hemisphere. Okay, so this is a trick, or they can play a trick with you. So remember this, it can be either north or south. So with this question, we will stop here. We will continue with the next questions of departure chapter in the next video. So I hope you have understood this lecture. I will urge you all to solve these 5 questions again and one more time without looking at the solution or taking anybody's help. So if you have liked this lecture, do hit the like button. Let me know that. Subscribe to this channel so you keep getting new reminders, and share this video with everyone. All the best. Keep learning.